What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Palantir. I want to give you a pre-market update, go over some of the data points, technicals, where I see things going, and a very important pivot point that could potentially cause a nice second rally up. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So pre-market, it is up 3.07%, largely because of NVIDIA's earnings. So a lot of AI stocks and tech stocks are going to be piggybacking off of their amazing earnings. But beside the point, I guess Palantir also did have amazing back-to-back earnings. So I think take that with a grain of salt. But based on the technicals over the last little bit, it did sell off quite a lot, enough so that it actually went below the $14 mark, bounced off of some very strong support, and is trending up based on that. But a lot of people want to know what is next. So I'm going to go over some of the data points, starting off with options activity. And so obviously, the market's not open right now, but based on yesterday, there was $11 million in calls being purchased versus $5.95 million in puts. So based on this, people are anticipating Palantir to continue to trend up. As far as this, so if you are optimistic, you look at calls. So this is a grid view, shows all the strike prices, expiry dates. Based on this information right here, by the end of next week, it looks like it's anticipated to go between the $16 and $17 range. When it comes down to options activity, though, it's just merely a sentiment. It does not move the stock price by any means. But over and above that, though, as far as what big money has been doing, it looks like they've been getting in. Not so much yesterday, so you can see that the frequency has been down, and the big orders that is over and plus in excess of 1 million just wasn't necessarily there. But so far pre-market today, there's two transactions first thing right out the gate, so 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. so $120,000 and $153,000 based on the bid and the ask. They were both buys, so pretty good stuff. Dark pool is very popular for Palantir. Unfortunately, dark pool is very much linked to shorting. Even though Palantir isn't the biggest short squeeze play out there, it definitely does have a fair share for what it actually does offer. So I'll give you guys a quick overview of all of that. So starting off, short score is currently 43, utilization is 14.47%. But just to put it in comparison right now, $1.93 billion worth of shorts is in Palantir. So just take that with a grain of salt. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. Pre-market, shorts are increasing 60,000 shares. That's kind of a drop in the bucket, considering 126.28 million shares overall are being shorted. 6.88% of the free float is being shorted. So in comparison to a lot of other growth stocks, it is low, but as well at the same time, for what Palantir does offer, I think that's kind of high. My own, obviously, thoughts on that. The cost to borrow average is 0.46%, so kind of interesting, but still very low. Like I said, I'm just using this more as a benchmark, just so you guys know, rather than saying that it's going to be a squeeze. At the time of doing this video, though, there hasn't been any recent SEC filings or press releases, nothing like that. So it is just been following the broader market and the technicals. But when it comes down to the technicals, this is what everyone wants to know. So right now, it is lower percentile of the Bollinger Band. It is kind of wedge bound between the 50 and 100-day moving averages. But as far as some points to really watch for today, especially with it kind of bouncing and kind of piggybacking off of NVIDIA, $16.10 is that very strong resistance that you need to watch for. If it can break above that, then big things are going to be coming, because as well, if you are a fan of the Elliott wave, which obviously gives you projections of where things might be going, but based on this, if it does get above this $16 range, then you can anticipate it between, at least in the short term, $17.90 and $19. So that's pretty good. Obviously kind of matching with the options activity somewhat, but unfortunately at the same time, if it does fail to get above that, then it is going to continue to trend down, potentially around the $12 range. Once again, this is just all hypothetical. A lot of people don't really like technical analysis, and more specifically, I guess, the Elliott wave. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that. But still, regardless, that $16 mark you really want to watch for, and vice versa, $14.83 is that next big support level. So again, both viewpoints you just need to watch for. As far as this, number of retail investors looks like they are getting back into Palantir. Stochastic is very oversold right now, but it is at 14. So, and plus a nice bullish sentiment is starting to form. So black line above the red. So behind the scenes, I do feel like there is a lot of good upside to come with Palantir, but regardless, whatever does happen is just all finite stuff, especially years from now or potentially even decades. You're not going to care about Palantir if you bought it at 13, 14, 15, 16, or whatever else, you're going to be wishing that you bought more. So once again, a lot of these videos I do talk on is just a lot of short-term stuff, but in reality, what Palantir has really stated over the last little bit has been very, very positive. And I do feel like analysts are starting to see that as well. So quickly going back over here. On a side note, if you are looking for a lot of good compiled information, such as Elliott wave, technicals, the analyst ratings, forecasts, everything under the sun, take a look at Interactive Brokers. It's completely free to have all of this information, so I have a link to them in the description below and also the comments. So the last rating was a sell one, William, 63% success rating, didn't give a price target, but Goldman Sachs, there is 11, there's Brad from Deutsche, 9, but keep in mind, when it comes down to Goldman Sachs, Deutsche, I've never really heard of William Blair before, but these two I know are generally very bearish on the broader market. So I'm not really taking their ratings with any credibility, my own opinion, of course. But there was Raymond James, $22, D.A. Davidson, 15. So a lot of good analyst ratings. And I do feel that more are going to be coming down the pipeline once it does kind of confirm its uptrend. That's all analysts are. They just want to look good. So if Palantir can get over that $16 mark based on the technicals, you're going to oddly see a lot more analyst ratings jump on board. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Let me know you guys' thoughts on Palantir. Give yourself a shout out if you have been buying, selling, holding, what you have been doing with Palantir, and where do you guys see things going in the short term? Do you think we're going to go to the 19 or vice versa on the opposite extreme? Do you think we're going to go down to the 12? So what's your viewpoint on all that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing, take advantage of amazing promos, and that is with Moomoo. So sign up for a free account, plus Moomoo does also offer $0 commission, free level 2 trading. But if you throw $100 at this account, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. This is only up until August the 31st, so take advantage of this while you can. Link in the description below and also the comments. With that said, appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a ton of money on Palantir.